G'day guys, Jacob here from CarSauce, and today we're looking at the all-new Santa Fe Hybrid. So this is the all-new powertrain that Hyundai are finally bringing to Australia. I know, a little late to the party, but better late than never. So today I'm going to be going through everything that's new with this particular model. On top of that, we also have the special 6-seater edition here, which I think looks super cool, so I'm really excited to show you guys everything. Before we get into that though, I just want to quickly thank the channel sponsor, Driva. They are a finance comparison site. They will help you get the best possible car loan for your car, whatever you're buying, brand new or used. You can complete the loan application process in under 2 minutes. There'll be no impact to your credit score, and it will get you the best possible loan for your next car. So click the link in our description or the pinned comment, and every settled loan will actually get a $150 fuel card. All right, let's get into the video. So here we are at the front of the all-new Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid, and as you can see, it looks like a Santa Fe. I mean, the grille is still very imposing. I kind of think of this car as like a baby Palisade. I think it really has this kind of presence on the road. Coming over here, you can see there's an enormous grille that helps suck air into the 1.6 litre turbo 4-cylinder. More about that later. So as you can see, we've got these super bright LED headlights here. At the moment, we've got the daytime running lights on. These also have auto high beams on and off, so when you're driving through those country roads at night, you don't want to dazzle anyone. That'll sort it out for you. Massive Hyundai logo here. And as you can see, we've got this kind of like chrome detailing all throughout the car. Let's talk about the side. The first thing you'll notice about the side of the new Santa Fe Hybrid is we've got the all new 19-inch machine alloys. I think the new design looks really cool. We've got these massively thick Continental tires on those wheels as well. So those thick tires will just help soak up a lot of road noise. That was really good for me yesterday when I drove 6 hours from Sydney to Canberra. Really helped kind of make that drive a bit more comfortable. Coming to the rest of the side though, and overall you can just see the chrome detailing continues from the front. We also have privacy glass back here, so no one's gonna see your little cute little kids. And that privacy glass extends from the back window to the back window. That's the car journalist term for the third row window. Let's talk about the booty. All right, so at the back of the new Santa Fe Hybrid, so this is a good time to mention that this car does come in 2 trims, the Elite and the Highlander. So yesterday I drove the Elite trim. Most of the difference between the 2 trims is actually in the interior, but you can see here we've got the Highlander badge to show that, and the all new Hybrid badge. So there you go. Everyone's gonna know that you care about the environment and fuel prices. We've got this cool little spoiler back here. I was really excited when I saw the back of this car because I thought that there was a light bar that goes across, and I really like that, but unfortunately this is just a reflector. So woe is me. All right, so here we are inside the Santa Fe. I mean, this is a beautiful place to be. We've got this all new camel Napa leather interior accented throughout. These quilted Napa leather seats are incredibly comfortable. Trust me, you can take my word for it. I was in it for 6 hours yesterday. What's new for this model is we've got a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster. It is super bright, super high definition. It shows all your information, and then if I switch through the drive modes, Eco, Sport, and Smart, we can see a cool little animation appear on the screen. I think that's a nice detail. That was not in the Elite trim though. So only the Highlander trim gets the cool animations, but you get what you pay for. I mean, the feeling of quality is just kind of like exuded from everywhere in the interior. The steering wheel feels absolutely amazing. And in the Highlander trim, you do get the heated steering wheel option as well. And the seats come with heating and cooling. So in the Elite trim, heating only. We've got this kind of like brushed metal look material throughout the interior. Following on from Hyundai's tradition of kind of staying ahead of the curve, we've got this shift-by-wire system going where you don't have to use a big clunky gear knob to get it into gear. You just press D for go, and R for go backwards, and P for no go. I didn't know how to spell in school. Obviously, with being a new Hyundai as well, you get all of the modern safety features, you get all the parking assist systems as well, and in the Highlander model, I get a front camera as well. One other thing I get that I really like is when I indicate, I get a blind spot camera, and that's on both sides as well. So whenever I'm changing lanes on the freeway, I don't need to break my neck. I can just press the indicator and off I go. Storage throughout the cabin is actually quite good. We get a nice deep storage area here, a pretty decent sized glove box, and nice door bins as well as a cup holder here. And if you open this, you get an additional cup holder, which also houses your USB port and your key wireless charging. And what's cool about the wireless charging is you pop your phone in and it faces away from you, so you can be a safe driver. Nice. Oh, one other thing as well is these seats are fully electrically adjustable, and the driver's seat has adjustable lumbar support, which is really good for those long drives. I definitely made use of that yesterday. So in the Elite and Highlander trims as well, you get the premium Harman Kardon sound system. And I really like the design of the speakers. It's got this kind of like bubbly, mountainous terrain look to it. The look of the speakers doesn't matter at all though if the sound is crap, but fortunately the sound in this car is amazing. I was absolutely blasting some Taylor Swift and Miley Cyrus yesterday while driving to Canberra. So that's what every car journalist should do to test the speakers. We've got to get those vocal notes just right. So as you can see, we've got a massive panoramic sunroof above me. It actually does open quite a bit. And surrounding that is just this beautiful suede material. It really helps to kind of cement this as the flagship Hyundai Santa Fe. Let's talk about the back. So sitting in the back of a SUV is usually not a bad experience, and this is definitely no exception. So I'm in the special 6-seater edition, and as you can see, I pretty much have a front seat in the back. Hyundai calls these captain seats. They are fully adjustable. So sitting back here is a very nice experience. It's very luxurious. I've got lots of space. My headroom is pretty good. So I'm 5'9", and sitting behind myself is not a problem at all. I've got plenty of room back here, and that is obviously helped by the fact that this is a 6-seater. So I've got this passageway next to me where I can directly access the back and the extra 2 seats back there. One thing I want to mention as well about being in the back seat is you don't really miss out on much of the comfort of the front. I also get heated seats back here. The quilted Napa leather upholstery continues to the back as well, so I'm not missing out on anything by sitting back here. I think your kids will be very comfortable back here. So another thing I get back here are these sunshades. So I can pop them up like that, and I'm free from all the harms of the sun. So let's talk about the third row of seats. So coming to the third row of seats in the Santa Fe Hybrid, no, I'm not a child, and this is a row dedicated for the children essentially, and I'm sure I look like a big child back here, but I still feel like it does accommodate adults. I do have a decent amount of headroom. I'm not the tallest adult in the world, but I do still get about an inch of space above me. I have a lot of light coming in from all the windows and the panoramic sunroof of the Highlander trim, so that really helps with the claustrophobic feeling back here. I'm really impressed that Hyundai includes a third row of climate control as well. I just think it's a nice touch, as well as a USB charging port on the right-hand side, and 2 cup holders on each side, as well as a bit of storage back here as well. So it's not the nicest place to be in the car, but it definitely does the job. So what I'm really impressed with is the comfort of these seats, given that they are completely fold flat. And I will show the process of opening them up. It's actually really easy from the boot. Not to mention, these fold flat seats actually have fully adjustable headrests. Normally in the third row of seats in a car, you do feel like if you were to get rear-ended, you would lose your head. But in this car, I don't feel that way. Anyway, let's talk about the boot. All right, coming to the boot of the Santa Fe Hybrid. And as you can see, it has an electric tailgate, really continuing the theme of the family convenience that they're going for with this SUV. And as you can see, there is an enormous amount of boot space. Obviously, this is with the third row of seats down. I will show that a bit later on with the seats up. And one thing I really like about this boot is if you need to access more room by putting down the back seats, it's just as simple as pressing 2 buttons and they drop down. So that's really cool. And obviously with those seats down, you will get an enormous amount of boot space. So whatever you need to fit back there, minus a boat, is probably gonna fit. All right, so putting up the third row of seats in the Santa Fe is actually a pretty easy ordeal. It's just a tug of the rope and up she goes on both sides. And now we're ready to take our entire family. All right, coming to the engine bay of the new hybrid Santa Fe. This is where the star of the show lives. It's the new hybrid powertrain with the SmartStream G technology. I don't know what that means, it just makes it sound efficient. So this model comes with 132 kilowatts of combined power, 265 Newton meters of torque. Look, it's not gonna blow your socks off, but it will definitely make the drive around town a little more fun. Additionally, the assistance from the hybrid motor really makes those lower RPM ranges a bit more fun. So you're gonna have a bit more fun around town with your kids. All right, so launching the Santa Fe Hybrid. I got my foot all the way on the brake, all the way on the accelerator, I'm not hearing anything, and go. Come on. Come on. Oh. Okay, so 8.37 seconds. That's pretty good. I can't complain about that. Let's drive it normally. Okay, so here I am driving the new Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid. Now, currently I'm sitting in the Elite level trim. So that means I miss out on a few things such as the panoramic sunroof above me and the ventilated seats. Honestly, not the biggest deal in the world. Though if those things are important to you, the Highlander trim is a few $1,000s more expensive. But I have to say, I'm incredibly comfortable in here. These quilted seats are just stunning in this like cognac brown color that is only available on this trim. Now, I have driven this from Sydney. We're currently heading towards Canberra, and probably 90% of that time I've just been cruising on the motorway with the adaptive cruise control in eco mode like I am now. Yes, you've noticed I am not in sports mode yet. I'm not giving it any sauce because I'm stuck behind a rubbish truck, but we will get to that. This thing, first and foremost, Hyundai knows is a family car. That's why they've designed it with safety and technology kind of at the forefront of what they're going for with this car. Packed with all the latest safety technology, as you'd expect from a flagship Hyundai at this point. Right in front of me is the new 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster, and this thing looks like it's straight out of a Genesis. It's completely crystal clear. One thing I also want to mention while I'm driving through traffic here is visibility is actually excellent. Because of the third row of seats, there is actually an extra window back there, which gives me excellent blind spot visibility. I also want to mention the 10.25-inch infotainment display. It's very clear, very easy to use. If you've been in any other Hyundai, Kia, or Genesis product, you'll basically know how to use it. And it's time for sauce. It feels so weird saying that without Matt here. Freeway sauce. Okay. I mean, look, the engine isn't going to blow your socks off. That is not the expression, but I'm going to roll with it. It's not going to blow your socks off, but it is quite nice. You can definitely feel the acceleration and the assistance from the hybrid motor. I really like the smoothness of the new powertrain. I think Hyundai have really nailed that. And one thing I also want to mention while driving is the suspension has been greatly improved. Yes, this car is tuned on the Namyang. However, Hyundai actually tailor that tuning for Australian roads. So that's really important. All right, guys, we're taking this car on the twisties. Finally, it's time. I'm gonna give it some sauce. Now, first impressions of this car is that it actually handles surprisingly well. We have to remember that this is a luxury family SUV, and it's got this really nice power and throttle response in sports mode. I am currently driving through the beautiful hills of Canberra, and oh my God, these roads are incredible. Can I tell you what? Almost makes me want to move out to Canberra so I can drive through these roads every day. Oh man, a little bit of understeer there. This car actually inspires a lot of confidence in me going around these corners, which is probably a bad thing. Oh my God. Oh, it's handling amazing. I will talk a bit about the drivetrain. So this is a 1.6 litre turbo 4-cylinder mated to a hybrid motor. The first time we're seeing a hybrid mating to a Santa Fe on the current e-GIMP platform, and I have to say it seems to be a match made in heaven, because the way this thing pulls out of the corners is actually quite incredible. I'm having a lot of fun in this car, and you can probably see all the stuff flying around everywhere in the back. Now, this is the Highlander trim, which comes in all-wheel drive only, and that is really helpful, especially around these corners, as well as if you live in Melbourne like me, having an all-wheel drive is just great in general for the wet days, which seem to be more and more common these days. Oh my God, it just picks up. Oh, this thing is sick. All right, guys, switching to eco mode for the final segment of the video. I just want to give my final thoughts, overall thoughts about the car. I think it's great value for money. Yes, it is a little more expensive than the 2.2 litre diesel version. However, you are getting a much smoother, more enjoyable powertrain for that. Sitting at just under $70,000, this car is definitely positioned as more of a luxury SUV at this point. However, I think it really does deliver on that. I mean, just look at the interior. Go back and rewatch that section and tell me this car isn't luxury. I think we really have to get over that old misconception about Hyundai being a value brand. I think Hyundai really has at this point cemented itself as like a more luxurious brand, especially for these models. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your opinion on this car. Are you gonna go test drive one? Are you gonna go try and get one? Obviously, being a hybrid powertrain, I know supply is going to be a little bit limited. So are you gonna go and pre-order one straight away? Let me know. As always, guys, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell down below. Have a great day.